Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live. Your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your hosts, Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
Hey everybody, I'm back. Did you miss me?
Were you not here yesterday?
Or Friday.
Wow.
Not on the air.
I didn't notice.
You never noticed?
I
Yeah,
just
right.
kidding. I looked over and saw you weren't here.
Oh, okay, yes. Anyway, yeah, I was off the air for a couple days helping a friend out with her daughter who had some surgery, but I'm back in action. Cecil's very happy to have me back, as you can tell. And we do have a great show lined up for you guys today. Lots of good things. Let's check out our weather.
And happy Tuesday. A live look right now out in North Myrtle Beach. Now this camera is elevated just slightly, but we are looking at plenty of cars driving along the roadway, probably in some fog that is roughly around 4 miles of visibility. We'll get to the visibility in just a second. What you can notice is just a very thin line of light showers now approaching through Darlington County, approaching Florence County as well, and the I-95 corridor. That is the cold front. Now, you may not be seeing the showers, but you can actually visually see the cold front. This is kind of rare. You don't tend to go outside and look up and say, hey, there's a cold front, but you can today, because what you'll notice is this roll cloud. So if you head outside and you look up at the sky, you're going to see a cloud that looks like a tube. That is the cold front, and behind it will be the wind shift and eventually these stronger winds that will really plague the area this afternoon. So there's the cold front. Behind it, clearing skies, but like I said, blustery and gusty conditions that will make its way to the Grand Strand around 1 to 2 o'clock, and that's when we will begin to see those winds significantly pick up. This model obviously overdoing the moisture, but we will continue to see that cold front sweep through. A couple of isolated showers are still possible. Again, the strongest of the stuff was this morning along portions of Highway 17. In fact, we had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in North Carolina. We even had some water spouts reported offshore. Behind that front, clear skies and again blustery conditions as we progress throughout our Tuesday and into Tuesday night. Looking beyond that, well, we'll show you the rain totals. Really not much, as you can tell, anywhere from 1/100th to 2/100th of an inch. All right, looking beyond these rain totals and beyond this forecast, we're actually going to warm up. We will cool down because it is a cold front, but behind it, big ridge of high pressure builds back up. When you see these rising heights tend to denote very warm air. So we will see that warm air advection, we like to call it, back into our area, and it will significantly warm us up heading into the weekend before a new trough digs in starting next week. That could be a very chilly trough that could head our way. By the way, long-term models for February look cooler. So enjoy this warm up, or at least substantially more seasonable air, at least until the weekend, because if the February trend continues, we could be knocked back down into the 30s and 40s for highs come February.
Join us for a day of fun as we explore the best the Carolinas have to offer. Carolina and Company Live with Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. Weekdays at noon on ABC 15 and weeknights at 10 on CW21.
And welcome back. It's a Tuesday. All right, let's check out today, Tuesday, January 23rd, and this is Measure Your Feet Day. I can do that.
That's pretty good.
Can't measure them, though. All right.
And it is also Compliment Day. That was good. Very flexible.
Yes,
there's your
very
compliment
good.
for today.
All right.
All right, let's talk about birthdays for today. 1950, Richard Dean Anderson, 68 years old. Career started in 1976 on General Hospital. Old TV hit MacGyver, and before fame was a hockey player.
A great MacGyver. He's back on now. They have a new MacGyver. He was great. Okay, 1953, Robin Zander. He's 65 years old, lead singer and guitarist for the rock band Cheap Tricks. And hit was I Want You to Want Me. Remember?
Do you know that song?
Nah,
Sing
I have
it.
no idea what it is.
I'll sing it later.
I'm sorry.
All right, 1964, Mariska Hargitay. I think that's how you say it. I never can pronounce her name, but she's a fantastic actress. She's 54 years old, Emmy and Golden Globe winning role on Law & Order SVU, also movies Leaving Las Vegas and Lake Placid.
All right, 1977, the TV movie series Roots began airing on ABC, and that was a great series.
All right, 1989, James Brown was sentenced in Georgia to 6 years in jail in connection with a police chase through 2 states.
I bet you he didn't say, I feel good on that one, did he? All right, from the know-how department today, let's check this out. Here's something that I did not know, and it's very interesting about Native Americans. Did you know that nearly 13,000 Native Americans fought in World War I despite not having a U.S. citizenship?
Really?
That's great.
That's a good one for today.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I like that a lot.
Very good. That's from the Know-It-All department, where you learn something every day, and then, boy, you wouldn't believe what you can find on the internet. It's amazing.
That's right. We have a great show lined up for you guys. Lots of really neat things happening today. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. All right, as you know, every Tuesday, our pet of the week is here from the Grand Strand Humane Society. We've got one over here today.
That's right. Amy's with us today. And Amy, who do we have today?
This is Macy. She is about 5 years old and some sort of mix. She's definitely like a herding dog, that's for sure. She gets along with the bigger dogs, but the little ones, she just kind of wants to group them all together.
Yeah.
She wants to herd the little dogs?
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Where'd she come from?
She was actually an owner surrender. They just didn't really have that much time to care for her, and they wanted her to find a better home. So that's our mission. We're going to get her to a big old family.
We got to get her adopted now. We've been pretty successful on all the pets that have been coming on.
Yeah,
I think we've adopted all of them, but maybe one I can't remember.
I think so, yeah. The one last week is still hanging out a little bit, but it's got a lot of interest. So
people that watch it want a good pet. I mean, you've got one here, very calm.
It's perfect, yeah.
Is she good? Kids, you know, that kind of thing, other animals she's pretty good with?
She said she was around kids in her last home, and they said they would really just want you to bring your kids in and check them out just to make sure that she likes your kids.
Yeah, make sure your kids. Kids are very different. Anything going on right now? Grand Strand Humane Society?
Yeah, we actually have our Lunch of Love coming up on February 9th at Mellow Mushroom, which we're super excited about. Get some great pizza and meet some adoptable dogs. So.
All right, now you're always looking for volunteers. That's a big deal. You still need them, right?
Oh yeah, especially with the new year, and pretty much every time you come in, it's like a whole new ball game with all the new dogs and cats. So we're always looking for people that are willing to donate their time to socialize them and get them ready for their forever homes.
All right, that's good. And I tell you, that's the neat thing about the shelter. I mean, it's open 7 days a week now.
Yep, all the time. We're
there she
open
goes.
Monday through Friday, 12 to 5, with Thursday and Friday 12 to 7, and then weekends, same thing, 12 to 5.
Wow, fantastic. And Sunday is the best part. I think being open Sunday is huge.
Yeah,
that's huge for you guys.
Now, how many dogs would you say you have right now?
We don't really have too many right now, which is great, actually.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we have our second kennel moved for all of our dogs to get moved inside, so we have only one kennel open, but that's all we can ask for.
Well, that's good. The goal would be to keep the numbers way, way low.
Oh,
that would be the goal for you
guys. Get them all home.
Get them all home. Hi, puppy.
That is so good. Well, maybe we can get this one adopted today, and always go by, check it out,
now,
the Grand Strand Humane
How
Society.
long have you been at the Humane Society?
Since August.
Since August. Do you like it? I knew you were kind of fairly new there. Is this something you have a passion for?
It really is, yeah. It's kind of the best job on the planet. Like, you get to really make a difference and change lives on a day-to-day basis. So
All right, I got to ask you, how many pets you have?
I personally don't have any.
What?
I know. I have the willpower.
That is
of a
unbelievable. Most of the people that come in, they have 2 or 3 pets. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank
you. Guys have a good one.
All right.
Stick around. Guess what we're talking about next?
Big fish.
A big fish. We'll be right back.
Big fish. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. You know, we always have something a little different on here. We're going to talk about a man that caught a big fish.
Big fish,
I'm
that's right.
talking about a big fish.
That's right. Adam Kirby, he is a chef at Bistro 217, Rustic Table. He and some friends went out over Christmas break, and I'm going to let Adam take the rest of the story. You guys went out fishing, okay?
And caught a record
Where
fish,
were you?
too.
You did?
We did. We actually caught 2. Those 2 pictures I sent y'all, it's actually 2 different fish, and which is the crazy thing. We caught a fish, and it's a black drum, and they get pretty big.
Look at that!
And that fish right there was 110 pounds, and that fish right there was 122 pounds.
Wow. And the fact that you caught 2 of them.
Right.
Both those were world records.
Well, no.
Or just
the second one, that one right there was 122 pounds world record. Now the first one broke the state record, which was 89 pounds. Now we can't officially have those because we'd have to kill the fish to bring it in. You can't kill the fish. So, you know, we just have to know we did it ourselves.
How
you did it?
I kind of want to know what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
You're pulling in a fish. I mean, you go fishing, you're not expecting to pull in something of that weight. What were you thinking? Was the rod all the way pulled under?
We had some big rods. We had gone offshore to go catch some big grouper, and we were catching some big, 40-pound redfish and stuff. But right when we were on the way back in, I said, you guys want to stop by the end mound and maybe catch a big black drum?
Down Georgetown, right?
Down Georgetown.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, let's go check it out. And first cast. That was
the first
cast. First cast we threw out there. Big one, a shrimp from Charles the Shrimp Man down in Pawleys Island. I got one of his shrimp out there.
A little shout out to him.
Yeah, yeah, and it was, and we fought him probably, it was about 15, 20 minutes. He wasn't very far from the boat just to start with. We were really close to the rocks.
What did you think it was? Or could you tell?
It was hard to tell because it didn't act like a big redfish. A redfish would have taken it away from the rocks. It wasn't a shark because the shark just takes off and stops. And then it was trying to get back in the rocks. It actually beat itself up a little bit trying to get back into the rocks. We had to kind of maneuver him out of the rocks to get him out of there. And then
you're talking about the jetties, right?
The jetties,
right,
the big jetty rocks. Right, yeah. And when we saw him pop up, you know, I knew exactly what it was, and I was baffled. You know, when we saw
couldn't get your phones out fast enough.
Yes, we've got the whole thing on video. It's amazing. So
wow, what an experience! I mean, you go fishing a little bit.
Fish, yeah, and you catch a big fish.
A big black drum.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right,
that's
now
awesome.
you catching. Talking about the black drum, of course, was a state record. Now, normally when you go out, well, you know, what do you catch? How big are the ones you do catch?
So they have a slot limit. It's 14 to 27 inches.
Right.
And so any you know, they get a little wormy after about 22, 23 inches. So you don't want to keep them that big anyway.
Right.
You know, everything eats better. They're a little smaller. But a big black drum is about 20 inches or 21 inches, and that thing was 53 inches.
53
so
inches.
We might be able to get the world record, the IGF world record for length of a fish too. We've sent the paperwork in on that one.
Well, you have to carry a ruler with you because if you're stopped and you have one over the size,
can you imagine them stopping you and seeing that sucker?
Right.
Wow.
You've been in big trouble.
Big trouble.
Adam, thank you, buddy.
Thanks for being with us.
Appreciate it.
Hey, and congrats again. Just had a new baby boy. Congrats.
Yes,
on the
thanks
little
so
one.
much.
All right.
Thank you. All right, we got more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, welcome back. All right, it's that time of year again, talking about Relay for Life, the American Heart Association, getting ready for that event and a lot more things going on.
That's right. Troy's with us now to talk about it because we're getting right in the midst of it, and it is going to be moving.
It is. It's a big time.
It's already moving, right,
yeah,
Troy?
It's very much so moving. And of course, the American Cancer Society, our focus is on finding the cure. And right now, there are so much things happening. The best way to go and find out is to pick your community and Google that and go to that Relay for Life page, and then on that page we'll have the announcements as to what's going on. For right now, like the Millermont Technical College, Serenity Spa, they've done 3 different days where you can go in and get a manicure, pedicure, a chair massage, a haircut, and a facial for $10, and that goes to us.
Oh, wait a minute. All of that for $10?
No. Each
thing.
Okay.
I was going to say,
he's going out.
But still, what a fantastic deal. Where is that again?
Millermont Technical College.
Yes.
Right there on the road. They're going to do that. They've got, and that's on the Conway Ainer page. It'll tell you the dates. The next one, I believe, is February 13th, just in time for Valentine's Day.
Wow.
So that's the website you can go to and see them all.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Wine and Design up in North Myrtle Beach. One of my Conway Relay Waccamaw Elementary teacher. She's doing a wine and design on February 10th for $45. You can go and learn how to paint a picture, and I think she has 3 openings left in that. So that's the thing to do, is go to our pages for the different communities you live in and see what's happening. Or if you want to find out, you can just email me, And my email's on every website.
Lots of more interactive things than just donating or just coming out to Relay for Life. There's a lot of different ways to get involved. And I did say Heart Association. I meant to say American Cancer Society.
That's
Sorry
okay.
about that.
That's okay.
If you noticed, I didn't correct you either.
You didn't?
No, I
you
didn't.
know
I was
why?
waiting for
No,
it. I was waiting for it. I almost did.
She'd have corrected me.
Do you
I
know
just let
why?
it go.
He didn't notice. Anyway.
Yes, he did. He looked at me.
So Troy, more about coming up for Relay for Life. When does that start then?
Okay.
The Relay for Life events. Is that more in the spring?
Yes. April 7th is Coastal Carolina Relay.
Okay.
And then April.
That's a huge one.
That's
man.
That's my big boy one there.
That is a huge
Yeah. In fact, this week is Suits and Sneakers Week, and Coach Ellis, I just talked to him this morning, and he will be wearing a specific College versus Cancer tie. And after the game, he's going to sign it, and we're going to do something with that tie.
Cool.
That's neat.
So the games this Saturday, the women's game, and then again the men's game on Saturday at Coastal will be benefiting Relay for Life.
Fantastic.
So we have that. April 20th, I have the Andrews Relay for Life in Georgetown County. That's a Friday evening. Then on April 28th is the River Walk for the Conway Aner Relay. And then May 5th is the Grand Strand Relay. This year, North Myrtle Beach has merged with the Myrtle Beach Relay, and we are one event, and it's called the Relay for Life of the Grand Strand. And that'll be May 5th in Market Common.
Okay.
So that'll
be a big event.
Yeah, that's a big event. Yeah,
but until then, there's lots of other things like you were just
yeah,
talking
we want
about.
you to sign up. Actually, nationally right now, for anybody that's involved with Relay for Life, is the challenge. Mm-hmm. It's the challenge to invite one person to join.
Okay.
And so this would be the week to do it. We're hoping Coastal wins that challenge. Have you seen the big inflatable chairs that you climb up in and do selfies in?
Yeah.
If we place in the top 12, we'll get one of those. And last year, Coastal won a 20-foot inflatable arch for placing 5th in the nation because they registered 222 participants in 1 week last year.
Tell them how much money they raised. This is a big, listen.
This past year, Coastal hit $113,000.
I know.
That
was
is
so, when we talked about
Yeah,
that's
they
fantastic.
Yes,
Appreciate you, partner.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, again, go to the website, check out the different events. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to Carolina Company Live. Everybody likes to do a little kayaking, but there's a man here in the Myrtle Beach area that has invented a fold-up kayak that you can store better than the big ones.
That's right. It's a full-size hard shell kayak. you can undo it and put it back 90 seconds. This thing is really cool. And growing up here and growing up on the water, you know, being in kayaks, canoes all the time, this is pretty cool, I have to say. Okay. How did you come up with this? Yeah. First of all, Dan, let's talk about how did you come up with this idea?
Well, the families always loved camping and doing, you know, taking day trips and having fun like that. And we never had a place to put a couple kayaks or canoes. And so I always thought I wanted something that was real portable for storage, you know. And I didn't want like an inflatable that would be flimsy or pop or whatever. And I just started thinking, and that's kind of what I came up with. And it took a lot of different tries. And
I was going to say, that's not a one-time.
No. I spent a lot of years working on it and started the thing out of my garage.
And that's where you can find out more about this if you're interested. He was at the boat show this past weekend. A lot of interest.
And so you launched this. How did that go?
Oh, that went great. That went great. I mean, we sold quite a few there, which I wasn't expecting, you know, because it's so early in the season and cold outside. But almost everybody who saw it just couldn't believe it and loved it. Was amazed at the, you know, it was actually a hard shell kayak, and then it would fold up to the size here.
Wow,
and you call it
Tuck Tech.
Tuck Tech.
Tuck Tech.
That's right.
Now, why'd you come up with that name?
I wanted a name that represented folding.
Yeah.
And a tuck is a kind of a fold.
Tech,
yeah.
And tech meaning.
And tech to sound cool and modern.
That's cool.
Now, where can somebody find this? TuckTech.com. You can order them. What do they retail for? Do you have different sizes? How does that work?
Yeah, there's one size, and it's 10 foot. By the time it's done, it's super stable. You can get it on the website.
Great.
We're going to start doing things as the spring and summer come, where we'll go to shows.
Yeah,
and
different shows.
There's a kayaking, paddling show in Charleston we'll be doing in the spring.
Very cool.
But mostly right now it's online.
What does that sell for right now?
It retails for $2.99.
Okay.
Wow, that's not bad.
We had a special at the boat show that we did a promo for $2.50. And what I can do is if people want to go to the website and put a promo code in CC Live, they can get it for the same promo price.
How about that?
All right, CC Live, that's right.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks for being with us.
Problem.
Very cool. Very cool. We need one of those.
Take that boat out in a little bit and take a little cruise. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back. A lot more coming up. Welcome back.
Oh, what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your turn? My turn? What's
Welcome
happening?
back. We had a great time. I love that little canoe. I mean, that little kayak.
Very, very cool. Very cool. I'm really thinking about getting one. I just told him, I said, I'm going to be buying one of these things for sure. And guess what? We didn't talk about today.
What's that?
We match.
Oh,
Guess what that means?
We match.
I'm back.
Thanks so much for watching. We do enjoy everybody watching us every day. When you see us on the street, speak to us. We'd love to hear from you.
That's right. We will see you guys again tonight, 10 o'clock on the CW21, and back here tomorrow. Have a great day.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW21, or its employees.